Before we dive in, here's another show you can enjoy in the True Story FM family of entertainment podcasts. Hey there, true believers. Andy Nelson here from the Marvel Movie Minute podcast with the rest of the team.
Pete Wright, Kyle Olson,
Rob Cabasco,
and Matthew Fox.
This is the podcast where we dissect the Marvel Cinematic Universe 1 minute at a time, exploring every detail of this epic superhero franchise.
In our season looking at Iron Man 3, we're going to mix things up a bit.
That's right, Rob and I are your guides, but instead of our usual minute-by-minute format, we dive into 5 minutes of the film in each weekly episode.
It's a totally new approach, but one that still allows us to explore all the depth and detail that makes these movies so special, even if Iron Man 3 isn't all that special.
Hold on, that's where you're wrong. Extremist, Shane Black.
Yeah, would you like to look at the Mandarin and Maya Hansen? Mm-hmm.
So whether you're a die-hard Marvel fan or just love deep dives into movies, there's something for everyone on Marvel Movie Minute.
Suit up and join us on this epic audio adventure. You can find us at truestory.fm or by searching Marvel Movie Minute on your favorite podcatcher.
Because in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, every minute is packed with excitement.
Enough said.
Okay, now for the lightning round.
I'm so good at lightning rounds. That's from Friends. It's my favorite show.
20 seconds on the clock starts now. Who is the captain of the USS Enterprise?
Oh, crap. Is it, Captain Stubing? No, Morgan? Crunch?
Next question. Which superhero is Tony Stark?
Stark. Did Game of Thrones have superheroes? I only watched 2 episodes.
What planet were Luke and Leia born on?
Planet Fitness?
Oh, time's up. Sorry. And now, a word from our sponsor.
Hey everybody, Mandy Kaplan here. Please check out my podcast, Make Me a Nerd, where each week an incredible guest tries to baptize this mainstream mom into the world of sci-fi, fantasy, and all things nerdy. Available wherever you podcast.
That's our show, folks.
Wait, I just thought of it. Padme Amidala gave birth to her twins Luke and Leia on Polis Massa. No, that's dumb. Is it Planet Hollywood?
Ox Hare presents, in association with True Story FM, the Swashbuckling Ladies Debate Society. Today's adventure, The Dark Depths.
Got that. Now, did you have one standard crew or did you bring on new people at every port?
Bit of both, I'd say. When the captain was on one of his rampages, we'd be going through crewmen faster than we could bring them on board. Always hiring, I suppose you'd say.
But the Sea Savages had quite a reputation. Even I heard the schoolyard rhyme. How did you get people to join up?
Well, at first, we didn't give them options. When your choice was either join our merry band or a short walk and a long drop. Always a great motivator was the captain. Later, it became easier.
How so?
After we reached a certain status, beyond just the navies and the pirates, I mean, then it became kind of a badge of honor to say you sailed with the Savages and survived.
Did you have anyone that stuck around longer?
Oh, sure. Sally Big Lips, Bella O'Greed, Speechless Mike, Raphael Rattlebones, all came to violent ends, I'm sad to say. And of course, there was Sam.
Sam?
Spinnaker Sam. He was our, I don't know how to explain this.
Your cabin boy.
Sort of. It was like you are with Saffron and Zinnia, but more, intimate?
I don't know. I'm pretty close to both. Oh, wait. Oh, you mean you three.
Sam was very capable of the nice and the nasty. He did pretty much anything we told him to do.
What happened to him?
Oh, well, that was so long ago.
Here you two are.
Morning, Saffron.
More like afternoon.
Really?
Indeed. I thought you and I were going to work on the smuggling situation. I assume you decided to sleep in.
No, I had an idea and I got a little sidetracked, as you can see.
My, just look at all of this. It's quite an operation you've got set up here.
I'm writing a book.
You are? That's wonderful.
I was going to write fiction, but I don't really have the knack for it. Adverbs are tricky. But then I thought, what if I tell some true stories?
What's your topic?
Ursula has been telling me some of her stories, and I'm writing them down.
You're writing a book about Mrs. Dumer?
No, we've mostly been talking about the sea savages.
Really? You decided to write about Rosie Ruin and Captain Time?
Yeah, there have been so many myths, I thought, why not go right to the source?
And what brought this on?
Ursula and I have been reading this amazing book, and it inspired me to put pen to paper.
What book?
I sent you to find our missing friends to tell them lunch was ready, and then you went missing as well.
Sorry, my dear. It seems our Goldie is writing a book.
How wonderful.
About the sea savages.
How interesting.
Isn't it, though?
Ursula, you have a letter?
Another one? Goodness me.
Why don't you take a moment to read it over? Saffron, you've done your share of creative writing. Perhaps you should step into the hall with Goldie and give her some tips.
An excellent idea.
So, I was thinking of starting the book by describing a battle. You know, a real grabber to get people's attention.
You need to stop.
So, something a bit more academic to set the scene?
The book. The interview. You need to stop.
Why?
It's a bad idea.
Really? I thought it sounded pretty exciting.
No, it's a bad idea for Ursula.
What are you talking about?
Goldie, you weren't here during that period. You don't know how bad it got. We fought some surly gents and violent ladies, but the sea savages were on another level. A much darker one.
But that was all in the past. She's fine now.
She's worked very hard to become so. I don't want to undo any of that hard-earned progress.
I don't understand. If she didn't want to talk about this, then why did she agree?
Goldie, you are very hard to say no to.
I am?
You probably asked very sweetly, and she didn't want to refuse and hurt your feelings or sabotage your project.
Actually, that sounds a lot like something she'd do. You know what? Let's straighten this out right now. Ursula, Saffron said that you're only talking about your past because you're trying to make me happy. Oh no! I did it! I broke Mrs. Dumer!
Ursula, what's wrong? How can we help?
While you may have nudged her, it was this letter that pushed her over the edge.
It's the letter I just never expected to... that these words...
Take your time, sweet lady.
Ladies, I don't know how to explain it, but I think this letter is from Mr. Dumer.
Your husband?
Your dead husband?
Yes. I think Mr. Dumer is still alive. Thank you, Saffron. Your tea is lovely, but I think I'm going to need some of my special additive.
Whew. I think some of your additive is burning the hairs out of my nostrils.
Sorry, dear.
Apologize. Pass it over.
Now, tell us how this all started.
It was right after Viviana left for Paris. I started getting these anonymous notes.
What kind of notes?
They were very sweet, saying that I looked nice in a specific dress or with my hair in a certain way. Little compliments.
That sounds nice.
Sounds a little stalkery to me.
Oh no, I know all about that kind of obsession. I've made more than a few men uncomfortable with aggressive advances in the before times, as it were. This wasn't that. It was nice.
And why not? You still cut a fine figure.
I don't need to hear all of that. I turned heads back in the day. I'm happy to be the weathered crone now. I'll leave all the hot stuff to you three.
Thank you, Ursula.
but it was pleasant to be seen again. Then this letter.
It took a turn.
No, not exactly. Listen, ladies, I had two great loves in my life. The storm and the shore, you might say.
Saffron and I were lucky and unlucky to meet them both.
But after Mr. Dumaire died, there's been no one else. I had a romance I couldn't believe possible. To try for more just seemed greedy.
I admire your restraint.
But then, this letter, it talked about things. Specific things. Things that I enjoyed doing.
It's all right. You don't have to give us specifics.
But if you want to...
You don't. But are you sure these aren't educated guesses?
He knew about the squid.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't know about the squid. Can I know about the squid?
I have on my body a very large tattoo of a squid. It was something the captain did and kept adding to it over the years.
Did it hurt?
Extremely. But it's there. My own Mark of Cain. It was mentioned on all of my wanted posters. That's why I stay covered up even when it's boiling out there.
I always thought that you were, modest.
Ursula Dumaire is modest. Rosie Ruin was uninhibited.
To say the least.
But I've gone out of my way to make sure the two are not connected. This letter has first-hand knowledge.
What do they want?
Until now, nothing. But this, it wants us to meet in our special place at midnight tomorrow night.
He wants to bring you to a secluded place at night. Suspicious.
Does it say where?
No, but I know where he's talking about.
Ursula, is there any way this is possible?
I don't know. He was sick. There's no denying that. On that last day, he sent me out for pipe tobacco. Seemed an odd request, but perhaps he just wanted one last puff on the pipe. Then I got back and he was gone.
And you ran to the society. I remember.
Then later we buried him at sea, just like he requested.
This thing, is impossible, oui?
Absolutely. But that doesn't mean there isn't something going on.
What do I do? Do I go or not go?
You go.
I'm not so sure.
One way or the other, the question must be answered.
You're right. Goldie, you should go with her.
Absolutely. But just curious here, why are we going in force?
Timing. Unfortunately, we have a lead on our smugglers and the time grows short.
We do? It does?
Yes. In fact, I think the trail leads to Widow's Weep Cove.
Widow's Weep? Ah, I see. Very dangerous place. We will have to conquer by dividing.
Don't worry, Ursula. I'll be with you every step of the way.
You're a sweet girl, Goldie. I only wish the waters we were heading into weren't quite so uncharted. Here, there be dragons.
Are you warm enough?
I've seen my share of squalls, dear. I'll be fine.
I've always loved the shore.
Me too. Something magical about it. Like the place where two worlds meet and you're standing on the line between them.
So this was your place? You and Mr. Dumaire?
It was. The Joliet Lighthouse. Lots of great memories here. This is where Mr. Dumaire asked me to marry him.
Oh, that's so sweet.
He was a romantic, even though he wasn't much of a talker. But that night he was so chatty, I couldn't figure it out.
He was nervous.
I expect so. And he'd sort of written this speech about how I was his lighthouse, the shining star that always brought him home.
That's beautiful.
Of course, he never got to finish it all.
Why's that?
I was too busy kissing him and saying yes. Then we consummated the engagement right over there.
Mrs. Dumaire.
Not that night I wasn't, but soon after. Till death did us part. Or So I thought.
It might still be true.
Not sure if that makes me happy or sad.
It's well after midnight, and the only thing we've seen was that one lonely sea lion. Poor fella.
You're right. Maybe I spun this up into something it never was. I feel like I've only had my marbles for such a short time. I hate to think I'm losing them.
The letters were definitely real. It only means... Wait. Do you hear that?
I do. And unless my eyes betray, that appears to be a black boat coming in under cover of night.
You don't think...
I don't know what to think. I only know I can't bear to hope. Ahoy there!
Hey, can you tie us off?
Course I can.
That's a good knot.
We've all got our skills.
Is that Mr. Dumaire?
Not a chance. Big as a house he was, even toward the end. No way this sprig of a seaweed is him. Why don't you come out into the light?
Yeah, no, wait. We're supposed to do the thing first.
What thing?
You know, the thing.
Ursula, whoever this is, he's not alone.
Right. Here goes. The sun now rose up on the right, out of the sea came he.
What's that now?
No, wait. I know I've got this right. Him. The sun now rose up on the right, out of the sea came he. Nailed it.
Yeah, sure did. What are you talking about?
No, you're supposed to say, still hidden mist.
And on the left, went down into the sea.
Yeah, that's it. You know the password.
No, dear, I know the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. I don't know what all this is about. Why did you send me those letters?
What? I'm so confused right now.
Bro, what's going on?
I don't know. She knew the code, but is pretending like she doesn't know the code.
That makes like 0 sense.
I know, right?
Look, are you picking up the cargo or not?
Wait a minute. I know these two. You're Butch, right?
Yeah, so? I mean, maybe. Who's asking?
Last time I saw you two, you were pretending to be women so you could steal her money.
Oh, yeah. I remember you. What's up, cutie?
Ugh, not in this century. And that makes you Polly.
It sure does.
Nice dress.
Thank you. It's got pockets.
Wait, so you're working the other side of the street? You want to be bad together?
What are you two idiots doing here?
Delivering the Coda cans.
The what?
He means the contraband. We're smugglers now.
Supply and demand. We go where the market takes us.
And it took you to a dock in the middle of the night?
The market can be a funny place.
And dark. Well, at night, I mean.
What does any of this have to do with Mr. Dumaire?
Who the heck is Mr. Dumaire?
We're just here to deliver our goods under cover of darkness.
Ursula, I'm sorry, but it looks like we've stumbled into an unconnected crime.
Seems so. You deal with this lot, and then we'll sort out what's what.
Right. Gents, I'm afraid tonight's delivery is canceled. Go, row your boat gently down the stream.
Yeah. We can't do that.
Sorry, Toots. The well-dressed guy who hired us said no witnesses.
Well-dressed? You're working for the formality.
Sure am. And your cross-dressing friends with the swords are nowhere to be found.
I count 2, just you and the old lady.
Nothing personal. Just business.
Maybe a little bit of fun. Come on, boys.
You miscounted.
No, I think we got it. 1, 2,
3. This is pragmatic, and she's got a special rule.
What's that?
When she's drawn, she needs to drink blood before she's put away. Anyone who crosses this line gets to meet her up close. But I should warn you, she's a thirsty girl.
Guys, seriously? You're making us look bad.
Don't worry, I got your back.
That was a Bodor. She doesn't have a special name, but she still did a great job.
I
This is the part where you run away.
Oh, right. Come on, bro.
Don't wrinkle the dress.
I was just kidding, Pragmatic. You don't need to drink any blood. Sorry about the concrete. I'll get you a fresh whetstone once we get home.
I don't understand. Where is he?
Your secret admirer seems to be lacking in punctuality. I know this place is special to you, but could he have been someplace else?
No, it has to be here. Unless I'm thinking of the wrong man.
What does that mean?
There's one more place we need to check. And it's the last place I want to go.
As caves go, this one is pretty dank. Let's see if we can brighten things up. That's better. Whoa, there's an entire ship in here. A wrecked one.
The Siren Song.
You know it?
It was ours.
You and Mr. Dumer?
No, me and the captain. This was our ship. Our home.
How did it end up in here?
We tried to scuttle her out in the harbor. Thought she was gone. Then a week later, she showed up in here. I guess even the sea didn't want her.
Like as the waves make towards the pebbled shore, so do our minutes hasten to their end.
What are you two doing here?
Scouting. I played a hunch, and it proved to be, unfortunately, true.
Well, the good news is that we took care of your smugglers. It was Butch and Polly.
From the ladies' school for sword swinging and elocution?
The very same. We ended another career path for them.
One less thing to worry about.
Then back to the matter of the hand. I am the bearer of the bad news. Ursula, there's someone on that ship.
It can't be. He can't be back.
That night,
a vicious, bloody fight.
With a definite end.
I separated his head from his body with my...
That's what led us back to the cave. There's something we haven't told you.
Told me?
Those wild nights, with us facing Carte Blanche and the Emperor, while you and Viviana were facing off against her demon.
The axe. Your axe. It disappeared that night.
Not mine. It was hers. Razi Ruin. He put it in her hands. In my hands.
Ursula, we still don't know what this is. Perhaps someone's playing mind games with you.
If I go back on that ship with that man, what if she comes back too?
Hey, look at me. Ursula Dumer is one of my best friends, and I'm not going to let anything happen to her.
Nor I.
Nor I.
We're standing on another one of those lines, Goldie, between two worlds. The present here and the past over there.
This isn't about the present, it's about the future, and yours is with us.
Well, there's nothing to it but to do it.
Together.
Since then, at an uncertain hour, that agony returns. Until my ghastly tale is told, this heart within me burns.
That's creepy.
The best poems always are.
Goldie.
If you tell me to leave, I won't. If you tell me to be ready, I am. If you tell me you love me, I know. Anything else you need to say?
In that case, just a single word. Liberté.
Égalité.
Fraternity.
Ursula, the lead is yours. Your friends stand ready.
My friends. How about that? Ahoy!
Avast there, who has stepped aboard my vessel?
It can't be.
I slew my first man when I was but 12 years old. I have shed blood in all 7 of the seas.
It's not possible.
I have traveled under sails tanned from my dead crew's own hides, fed the sharks with meat from every navy that ever faced me, and grappled with unfathomable terrors from fathoms below.
You can't be alive.
I have killed many, but only loved one. And for her, I have wrestled my soul free from Davy Jones himself and swam my way back to the living world for one purpose, for one person.
Captain Time?
There she is, Rosie Ruin. The greatest treasure I ever stole was your heart.
You see him too?
We do. Big as life and twice as ugly.
What is it you want here?
Her. Just her. Death to the rest of you. The captain has spoken.
This isn't possible. We saw you die.
Even death must bend his knee when true love is involved. Come to me, Rosie. Captain's orders.
Ladies,
stand your ground.
Don't make me ask again.
It must be a trick. Don't fall for it.
Where are my manners? I was so taken with seeing you again that I nearly forgot.
You forgot?
Whenever I was away, I'd always return with a gift for you. Here, this is for you. You remember your axe, don't you? The one I gave you? You did such beautiful, terrible things with it. And you will again.
My axe.
No, don't pick it up.
It would be rude to refuse such a beautiful, terrible gift.
Enough of these mind games. You are hurting my friend. Stand down or be struck down.
So it's mutiny.
Technically, that's incorrect. We are not under your command.
Perhaps insubordination?
No, that still implies that he's our superior, which he definitely is not.
And we're about to prove it. Draw your weapon, Cap. We're about to make a ruckus.
Don't mind if I do. Rosie, what is the name of this sword?
The Kraken's tooth, Captain.
And why is the blade black?
Because you stabbed that squid so deep you punctured the ink sac. When you drew the blade out, it was black and stayed that way.
It's all coming back to you, isn't it? My straight razor, my shark's tooth, my sea savage.
Let us see how a dead man fights. En garde.
Ursula, don't fall for this.
It's real. He's real. My axe is real. Maybe Mrs. Dumer has been the dream, and now I'm finally waking up.
Don't let one dead man, undo all the good things in your life.
There's freedom in savagery.
This isn't working. Oh, I got it. Egalite, I need you.
We're a little busy here.
I just need a word. What's the squiggly thing that goes between words?
What?
Oh, you know the fancy curly Q that means and.
The ampersand.
That's right. Well done, Liberté.
See, I do listen.
Gold star for you.
What can I say? When you are my teacher, I love to be the teacher's pet.
Ampersand, got it.
Captain, it appears we've got some scallywag stowaways.
Here goes. Ursula, you're on the wrong side of the ampersand.
I'm what?
Listen to me. Since I've known you, I've been a little afraid of you.
With good reason.
Yeah, sure, but I didn't know about all this back then. What I knew was that you were an island unto yourself, a complete package, a self-sustaining woman.
But the captain and Mr. Dumer
were ships in the night. Your life isn't defined by the men you were with. The Ursula Dumer I knew was a brash, confident businesswoman who had everyone in town working to get her smile and terrified of earning her frown.
They do? They are? What was all this about an ampersand?
I'm saying that you don't need one. You're being lured back to the captain and Rosie. You're not the wife, not the girlfriend. Ursula Dumer is not an also starry. She's a main character. Don't let anyone steal your spotlight from you.
My decisions are mine, and mine alone.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I choose violence.
Crap! I was so close. Egalite, Liberté, trouble heading your way.
No one hurts the captain. Get back.
I'm so sorry I couldn't get through to her.
Don't blame yourself. These roots run deep.
I don't want to hurt my friend, but we cannot allow the sea savages to return.
Oh, what are you saying?
Hard choices are going to need to be made.
There she is, older, wiser, but no less dangerous. Razi Ruin has returned. Time for a red tide.
Aye, aye, Captain. But first, I need another gift.
Is your bloody axe not enough?
I love it. But first, I need something returned.
Name it, and it will be yours again.
I need my name back.
Your name?
Before Ursula Dumare, before Razi Ruin, it was the first thing you stole from me. Show me your devotion. Show me your love. Give it back to me and we'll cut a bloody path through the ocean.
But why do you need it? You are Razi Ruin.
The name.
Do as your captain says and cut them down.
The name.
That is an order.
The name.
I don't know your name. No, don't.
Yup. That's what I figured.
I don't get it. What just happened?
What we got here is a nurse shark pretending to be a great white.
But Captain Time?
Oh, that ain't the captain.
It's not?
Nope. That there is Spinnaker Sam.
Who?
Oh, wait, yeah, your old cabin boy.
And here he is, all grown up and putting on daddy's clothes. Did a nice job with the voice. Even found the Kraken's tooth. But there was only ever one captain. And you ain't him.
But I could be. It could be you and me together again. I could be your captain and we could create some new horrors together.
Kiddo, I'm sorry. You don't know how much. The things we did to you, the things we had you do, it was terrible. And I can see that now. I was hoping you'd been able to put it all aside, but I can see that we cut you too deep. Some scars never heal.
You'll see. I'll prove my devotion to you. I'll show you I can be just as great as Captain Time.
Not so fast. I've had about enough of this smoke bomb running off stuff.
You caught me.
Who do you think invented that move? You're looking at her. You need help, and you're getting it. You're heading into dry dock for some much-needed repairs, and I know just the folks to help you.
Oh, I don't know if...
I mean, we'd be willing to try.
No, this is a little outside of your skill set. I have some folks who help me sort things out. Folks with titles in front of their names and letters behind them.
You think I'll just let you?
Sam, I owe you a debt. I plan to pay it off. But that doesn't mean I have to listen to your yammering.
What does that mean?
Let's see if I still got it. Yup, still got it.
You laid him out in one punch.
Sure did. Hand hurts more than it used to.
You've got to show me how to do that.
Glad to oblige.
Ursula, how are you feeling?
I won't lie. This has really churned up the waters. Got lots of debris from my life floating around. Things resurfacing that had long been buried. But I'm still me. And that's a victory.
We are glad we could help.
No one should have to face the shadows of their past alone.
And I want to thank you most of all, Goldie. You stayed with me, which was probably the most dangerous place to be.
Got pretty close, didn't it?
Brushed against the hull, as it were. I had my doubts coming in, and then seeing him there. It was like I'd walked these streets before. My feet knew the route. You got me to look around and see that the neighborhood had changed.
The good news is that Captain Time of the Sea Savages is still dead. The bad news is that Mr. Dumare is too.
I mourned them both before. Good to know I didn't waste all my weeping and wailing. But it has got me thinking.
Thinking what?
There's a trip I've been thinking about, but I've been a bit too scared to take. This showed me I'm braver than I think. So I'm taking the plunge.
Would you care for some company?
No, I don't think so. Though I appreciate the offer. I need to set my mind right, and travel will help with that.
I should also tell you, I'm giving up the book.
Well, you don't have to do that on my account.
No, I realize that it's not my story to tell and unfair to make you dig up dirt. There are stories out there I want to tell, and I can do that without making my friends sad.
Thank you, Goldie. I still want to be first in line to read whatever it is.
You got it.
Ma sweet Saffron.
Zinnia, I love you, but that fight was intense. I am exhausted. You're flirting with Sal right past me tonight.
I feel the same. I had a different activity in mind before we head back.
Go on.
Ursula, what would you say to burning the siren song down to blackened embers?
I'd say, hand me the torch.
This is nice. A bonfire on the beach?
I only wish we had some wine.
What happened?
Well, look who's up. Goldie, you ready?
I am.
You? No, wait.
Not bad, but you need a little bit more force. Try putting your back into it. Better, but don't pull back at the end. Act like you're punching past his jaw.
Like this?
Now that's the way you do it. Nice job.
Yes!
I love our family.
Season 5, Episode 5, The Dark Depths, was written, directed, and edited by Kyle Olson, starring Amy Shaw as Zinnia, Anastasia Plum as Saffron, Cara Gallo as Goldie, hey, that's me, Justin Kent as Butch, and Chrissy Lenz as Ursula. Our theme song is written and performed by Headley Knights, and our interstitial music is Intended Force by Kevin MacLeod. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Ox and Hare so you won't miss the next thrilling adventure. The Swashbuckling Ladies Debate Society is an Ox and Hare media production. Old format, new ideas.
This is Kyle from TrueStory.fm. Listen, I don't want to sell anything, buy anything, or process anything as a career. I don't want to sell anything bought or processed, or buy anything sold or process anything sold, bought, or processed, or repair anything sold, bought, or processed. You know, as a career, I don't want to do that. What I really want to do with my life, what I want to do for a living, is I want to make amazing audio podcasts, the kind you can enjoy wherever you are, doing the things you got to do, even if you don't want to do them. Without a noise, without my pride, I reach out from the inside and ask you for your help. By becoming a member, you get early access to amazing ad-free shows, plus exclusive stuff just for our insiders. $5 a month, or even one annual gift goes a long way to helping us make stuff for you. If I could say anything, I'd say this. Head to truestory.fm/join to find out more.